Hello and happy start of the week to everybody. It's Monday, and I'm Gary Gatto, and welcome to P1's coverage of Round 7 of the inaugural season of the Onyx Racing League's Lotus 79 Series as we come to you tonight for 130 laps from the Oval at Twin Ring MOTEGI. As always, joining me in the booth is Luis Gonzalez. Nunez and Luis, we kind of talked about it coming into this race here a week ago when we left Laguna Seca, as we are heading to a place that traditionally has held some pretty exciting racing here, at least when it goes back to Lionheart competition. And we're looking forward to some of that here today with a decent-sized field and a lot of racing time, 130 laps, 200 miles.
Yeah, last time in the Lionheart, we have a big field with a disaster, 5 wide and 4 wide, then the pit stop, then 7 cars in the lead lap, the other ones kind of half in there. Now different stuff. We have 17 people for sure, but it's still like a big field to have a big one and disaster in this race. So it's gonna be good. 76 in the air, 82 in the track. 5 miles in the west-south air.
All right. Let's get into today's starting lineup as we are starting to grid up for today's race. And on the pole is David Serra. Right next to him is Chris Fowler. And could this be the race for Fowler to get the monkey off his back and get that win? Moving on back, Alex Guyon and Jim Herrick on row 2. Row 3, Rigney and Cristobal Valenzuela. And we got Rodriguez and Hearn back in 7th and 8th there on row 4. And Gary Lovern and Mark Cohn, the watchmen, back in the 10th spot. George Anzaldo, Lewis Hayes back on row 6. Wags and Callisto, 2 guys that will be working together. We've seen them work together in the IndyCar side of things. Back on row 7. I think Callisto owes Matt from the IndyCar side of things still. And we got the Kirbys back on row 8. And not to be outdone, Michael Goodman back on row 9, solo.
Very interesting the interview we have Richie Hearn in internet. The most view actually is crazy. It's a lot of it's a couple drivers, even McGee in there, James, Dr. I think so, Dr. James, somebody else in there, and very interesting talking about Richie Hearn. That's when I remember that interview when he have a call for Rahal team, and he decided to stay with the Argentinian guy. Oh, forget the name. In car.
De La Pena?
Yes. My God, my mind.
And get ready to go green. Here we go. And we are underway at MOTEGI for the Onyx Lotus 79 Series. Three wide down the backstretch. Serra and Fowler have taken a big lead here. Still coming off the corner 2 by 2 from about 5th or 6th place back. Actually 4th place on back.
Yeah, Jim Herrick. Yeah, it's not clinching, but kissing the wall. Just the first 5 laps, the car is not even can enter to the turn 3 and 4. You just need to wait a little bit, and then you can do whatever you want.
course, these cars never ran here for real. The closest that these style cars ran here, I think might have been an exhibition race at Fuji back in the 60s. I don't even think the 70s era car made an appearance in Japan. And Fowler has caught Sarah. Here are the points coming into today's race. Hopefully I got the right points up there. Yes. Rodriguez with a slim lead over Callisto, Cone, Guyan, Sarah, Stouffer, Rigney, Valenzuela, Kirby, and Goodman, your top 10. Still 3 more rounds to go after this. Next up is Iowa. We got a lot of racing to do here first at Motegi. As this mid-pack battle back here. Mark Cohn side by side with, that is Richie Hearn. Rigney sliding back a little bit. He's down 3 spots. Your biggest gainer of the race right now, Rodriguez up 4, Cohn up 4, Wags up 4. So far clean and green.
Woof. Yeah, we are in green for now. I don't know, look like the race is really friendly race. No big incident. Nobody wanna make the big move. Look like a Michigan. Fight to go. Gonna be a crazy thing. But if we stay in green, it's gonna be a big gaps around, to be honest.
Oh, Cristobal Valenzuela, Richie Hearn, Cone got really close. Here's a big run for Wags on the high side, and Cristobal is going to slam the door in the backfire entry. Now let's ride with Wags down the front stretch. And they're going to be on the throttle 100% all the way around turns 1 and 2, right down to the bottom, all in line for that draft. And then they're going to get to turn 3, and this is where we're going to slow down a little bit. Drop a gear. It's a wheel below the white line to help the car rotate. And Wags is going to use the draft. Wags is going to use a draft of Richie Hearn there to try to pull himself forward around the Guyan.
With this car, you can do that, and really, it's not a big deal. Even the draft is not really a big deal in this condition. But look at that one. He wants to go on the front.
Oh,
the car.
Rodriguez, a big twitch. He goes up the hill.
And it's in the my. Oh my god. Sorry.
Goes Richie Hearn to the inside. Here comes Wags right behind him. Up front, it is Hearn now to the point. Cone in second. Wags now to second. Cristobal to fourth. Sarah fifth, as we're changing positions all over the place. And Richie Hearn has pulled out to about a little bit of a two-tenths of a second lead at the moment.
He found the way to get the lead, and you know what? No, he don't want to defend the lead. He want to stay on high, like I did at that time in Lionheart. I stay high, and then I came all of this guy make it a 5Y. And yeah, it was a pretty bad decision. But for here, it's not good to think. Good decision, and here it's not really a big deal or big battles around. Uja is leading. We are 2.
In the World Series. This is game 3 or game? Yeah, this is game 3, right?
Game 3. That's what I said. My. Alejandro Kirk.
Guy into the inside of Rodriguez. It is Wags, now Hearn, Valenzuela, your top 3 guy, and right there on the bottom of the racetrack. Oh, Cristobal into the wall a little bit.
Rodriguez kissing the wall. Kind of weird because now your tire is pretty good to do that. So you have to management. You have to put the car in the apex to stand it or exit pretty good like that.
Well, we expect if you at least 2 stops. I think if you could do 40. I thought we were gonna go 3 wide there with 2 teammates and Valenzuela in the middle. I think if you could do 44 laps, you could do all your stints at that and then get yourself home.
My big concern is back on the back. Very well on the back, very far on the back. 4 seconds. Calisto in 17. Don't know if you lose the draft in this track, it's gonna be a tough to return it. And everyone is trying to stay on there. This basically is like a Michigan. If you do losing, bad there.
Yeah, maybe Lionel has his own strategy, his own pace he wants to turn. He's not out of the... I mean, he's kind of working with Brent a little bit. Brent Kirby there in the black car right in front of him. He's within the draft envelope of that car, and they can work together if they want to now.
Right.
Back in the front, Cristobal Valenzuela has the lead. But not for long. Here comes Wags to the inside. Now remember, Wags won here in the IndyCars in ISRA. So he really likes this track.
Yeah, I remember in the DW12 have the clinch, and they have it's not clinch, it's like the strategy to make the quali, to make this, to make that. We talking about that, how you do that. For sure they're gonna tell me, but I have my own too. So you have a good thing even in the W12 and the Dallara IR18 and also here. So all the people. You know what? This track is also a track to road course people, but because this car is really slow, it's basically equal for everyone, though.
Up at the front is Wags, Cristobal, Richie Hearn, Saran, Guyan. And we got Rodriguez, Fowler, Say Hey, Lewis Hayes, Rigney, and Lover in your top 10. Again, your biggest movers of the race right now. Wags leading right now. He is up 12 spots. Richie Hearn up 5. And those are your biggest gainers at the moment. We expect pit stops to occur if they can get this far, and I'm not sure if they can get the 44 laps. But with about 86 to go is kind of when we expect at least the first round of pit stops to occur. We'll see what happens here.
It is super important. It's gonna be like, what should we do? You said 2 stops. I think it could be. I have to change the tires. So for sure it could be change the tires. Could be change the 4 tires and then on the end don't change anymore. Or just change the right front and have the issue on turn 3 and 4 where the car is not entered.
Well, and then it's going to be about with 98 to go. We see the first round of stops. Then if they go with an extra stop there, Fowler taking a peek to the inside and trying to get a position.
Everyone is, you know what? Everyone is saving fuel.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing.
Nobody's making a move. Nobody. You know what? The only guy is working hard to come back. Is
Michael
Calisto on the
Goodman.
back with,
Michael Goodman's doing a
also.
pretty good job. He's worked his way up from dead last on the grid.
But for Henrik, 11 down. But good for Wagner. It's 11 up. So that's the black and white all day, all night, and the race between that two guys.
If you enjoy P1's coverage of the Onyx Racing League's Lotus 79 series and you respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you support us by subscribing. And while you're at it, don't forget to smash like and click the bell so you don't miss out on future P1 iRacing broadcasts. Today's coverage is sponsored by 4D Racewear. That's their logo running up in the corner. Check out their line of made-for-sim racing gloves, shoes, and apparel. Visit them today at 4dracewear.com or click on their link in today's stream description. 107 to go here. Not much has changed at the front. Cristobal Valenzuela is your leader. Wags in second. Richie Hearn in third. David Serra in fourth. Chris Fowler in fifth now. Oh, and Fowler just slides down in front of Say Hey Lewis Hayes.
It is not very surprised about Valenzuela in the Lotus, the performance they have. I remember for sure, oval is really tough, but also in the road, he have a good performance. It's kind of like working in 10, 11, 8, 7 with the big names and the Lionheart at that time. So you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Big names on front. Mostly the Campbell. I said the Brian Campbell. The other Campbell.
John Campbell.
Yeah, Sean Campbell. My God, the guy came one day, one season, and then oof.
11 wins, third all-time, or actually tied for second all-time in Lionheart history for Retro Series wins. Alex Saunders is second. Sage Karam leads Lionheart history with 18 Retro Series wins.
Big dominate. And then when I hear the interview, it's like, yeah, what about the eSport? Oh, okay. Here we go.
Battle between Hayes and Fowler on the racetrack right here. This is the entry into the top five. Hey, Lewis Hayes, man on the move now. He's going to the inside of Serra. Move, Lewis Hayes up 2 spots as he sent it to the inside of Wags. He is turning that wheel for all it's worth. He's going to go side by side with Wags off the corner.
Good to have Luis Hayes in the top 5 battle with the ex-IndyCar race and poleman, Richie Hearn over there. Pretty good, though.
And now here comes Lewis Hayes. He goes around Wags. Hayes is not saving. He is wanting to go to the point now and get some TV time. And that Patrick Racing throwback from the early 80s. That's what Mario Andretti drove when he tried to qualify for the 82 Indy 500. Well, he did qualify. He just didn't really take the green flag. And here's Lewis Hayes on the high side in 3 and 4. And is Cristobal going to fight him for it or let him go? Cristobal is going to fight him for it. Almost bang wheels and front wings there at the start-finish line. Cristobal is going to go for it back, and he's going to go low and take the position back.
So Hugo Galas is in Montreal. Say hi from Montreal. I think he's in Canada. He visited somebody, so he said next week gonna be back on the track. So
Be in Iowa next week.
chat.
Fowler tries to send to the inside of Lover, and Lovin shuts the door. Don't forget, PRI Hoosier 500, Sunday, December 14th. Live on the PRI channel here on YouTube and also on Facebook and other places that we're going to probably be streaming to. I'm sure there'll be a lot of multi-streaming going on. That is the PRI Hoosier 500, and all the action leading up to the big race will be right here on P1, also on the Elite Racing Network. If you haven't signed up yet, sign-ups are good for just another week or so, and they're going to close them at the start of November. So if you're thinking about joining and trying to qualify for the world's greatest sim race, the last big IndyCar race of the calendar year, then you need to register now and get signed up. It is free.
2,500 prize pool. I don't know, say for the winner, but for basically the top 10, no, something like that. But we have 47 to go, 47 days to go. That's a lot of money, though.
Yeah, they've been getting into sponsors, some really cool prizes. So certainly coming to you have a race winner's ring that's coming from 4D, and if you win the pole, you're going to get a ring from 4D as well for winning the pole. Lewis Hayes is now at the point as we are 96 to go, and that window to do a three-stopper is open now.
So Mark Ronco pitted in? No, maybe no. No, it's just Sam pitted in from practice or whatever. This is the issue. People have to pay attention. We don't have a rules to come into the 3 or 4. They should be have it because the car is not going down. It's gonna come in up when you brake. And the car is not braking, actually, especially in Oval. It's just going straight. So have to pay attention on the chat, pay attention on the calling, and don't get too close to the rival over there. And also when you come into the pit, you for sure you want spoon or spin in the car because the wheel's too big. Even when you want to make donuts for acceleration, it's hard, it's difficult. So the car is really tough to at least have a oversteer or something like that. Just maybe for touch or maybe for some error, but not like that.
Crystal Ball back to the point now. Rodriguez falling back at the moment. He is now back to 12th. He's down 5 spots. Chris Fowler down 6. Guyan down 4. Jim Herrick down 11. So we have some movers and shakers. The shakers have gone to the bottom right now. I wonder what their strategy is at this point. There's George Anzaldo and the Domino's hot one going underneath Michael Goodman. Try to get that position.
Pretty far, Rodriguez on the back. Pretty far. But you know what? They know what to do. They know until we are in the last 16, 20 to go, and then we figure out this guy, all the guys, they are front. But like 100 laps ago, they are very back in 12 or 10.
Oh, crossover, Lewis Hayes. He goes low We're going to go 3 wide into 3. Now we're going to go 2 wide as Lewis Hayes goes to the point again. He wanted that pass. He wanted to lead that lap. Gary Lovern looking for an appearance in the top 5. And that A.J. Foyt 25th anniversary livery from 82.
Oh, Brenda Kirby just pulled over. He don't want to race anymore, so he did it for him.
Gary Lovern around Wags, now up to 4th.
Okay, Valenzuela's coming to the pit.
And George Anzaldo coming to pit road.
It's coming for 3. Oh, makes sense. Okay. If it's the rules like Lionheart at that time, for sure. It's the most safe
Callisto on pit road as well.
Entry. Hayes is calling to the pit too. Wagner's coming to the pit. Gary Lovner also too. Many people. Wow. Look at that line to come into the pit. Who's fast? Who's slow?
Oh.
Oh, don't go too fast. Yeah, Lewis Hayes.
And Lewis Hayes. Oh, that great race has now been ruined. Callisto's coming out.
He came so good. He came in so good, but I think so. He pushed a little bit more the just for gain positional time and the entry, and now it's a lot of times gonna lose.
And the rest of the field's coming in now as we see them all on pit road.
Rigney, black flag.
Yes, Rigney, a black flag coming to pit road speeding. Oh, and Chris Fowler, black flag.
Crossed the line in 50, and if it's limited, oh my god, it's still in 50, 52.
Well, we'll see how these stops shake out. David Rodriguez on pit road. He is now classified as, well, really, Fowler and Rigney are classified as the leaders, but they will drop down in the order with their holds. So it's going to be Rodriguez, Cone, and Kirby coming off pit road with Wags and Hearn and Cristobal at a full head of steam.
Big chance for people don't have a name in this league to maybe win it by mistake the others. So why they didn't change the tires? So it's just fuel for him. Rodriguez, I have to check Rodriguez. No tires for Rodriguez. Let's see Hearn. Have to going back for him. Yeah, but at least these two guys to keep an eye. No tires.
All right, so Wags, did Wags change tires?
No, they didn't change tires.
No tires for Wags, no tires for Rodriguez, and no
Blackburn.
tires for Hearn. Okay. Who was the first to change tires? Cristobal?
I'm going to tell you now. Because they don't
George
show
Anzaldo.
me,
Remember, George Anzaldo was having a good race here in that 2021 race, that big attrition fest race. He was having a good race here, and he was getting close to looking at a victory and didn't get the victory there. So he's back up in the order. George in 6th now, Cone in 5th, Cristobal back to 4th. Hearn third, Rodriguez
okay.
second. Wags your leader.
Okay, so Guyon, Serra, and Valenzuela change the tire.
There's Goyen. Serraz in 8th. And who changed the tires? Also Valenzuela?
Serra, Guyon, and Valenzuela.
Okay, Valenzuela is your highest placed car in 4th spot that changed tires.
Different strategy. Good to have that because you know what? You don't want to see the same experience happen on New Hampshire when the people don't change the tires, sticking with the same tires on the end, and then they blow up. So kind of keep in mind that that's why I prefer to change the tires now, reheat it now to the end. Not like in the last stint change the tires. It's no. Lose the time.
Here we see Guyon, Herrick, and Lovern. And then also in the picture is Goodman and his 4-car, almost diamond configuration coming down the backstretch into turn 3. To go. And we'll knock on wood. We are caution free.
It's gonna be caution free. I think it's gonna be caution free for that. The Dodgers, I don't want to say in trouble, but I think the pitcher Glass no good. Good for the Blue Jays actually. Good for them.
Here's Ansaldo to the inside of Kirby into turn 3. Oh, I think he surprised Kirby a little bit there. Kirby wanted to turn down. It's like, oh, there's somebody there. Rodriguez way high in 3 and 4.
John in chat is asking for Chris Forsyth. Well, Forsyth is in trip. I think it's in Sevilla, Spain, or something like that. He already put a picture about a car in Sevilla. That's what he said. I guess it's in there. So it's on the trip. Somebody's coming to the pit.
Wagner coming to pit road. This is only 9 laps in after his pit stop. Do we have damage or what?
Okay, to go.
Does he punch out, or is he just knowing that he's going to top off now and he's good to go to the end? And that's kind of what he does. That's what he does. He tops off and no change of tires.
People did 43. We have 76 to go. Maybe something, let's say thinking about it like willpower in Nashville. Oh, my seatbelt is loose, so maybe he came for something happened in the real life. Because it's not a good strategy, actually. It's not pretty good.
All right, so back up front, George Ansaldo, now your leader. Cristobal Valenzuela, really, Cristobal has been very racy today, and he wants that lead back, and he has it. But Ansaldo now moved up to second. Mark Cohn in third. Richie Hearns has been hanging out in the top 5 since he's got there. He's in 4th. Rodriguez in 5th. Kirby tacked on to the end of this along with Saran. That is your lead pack of 7 right now at the moment. And then the next group of cars. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. But finish with the.
No, I'm going to say the next group of cars is right behind him, not too far behind, led by Guyon. And then we got Lovern, Herrick, Goodman, Callisto. I don't think Callisto's in that group, but Wags is part of that group too. And he's a lap down right now.
Yeah. Yes, so the good thing, talking about Valenzuela, he changed the tire, he can go to the end. There's no issue for that. The issue is for all these people didn't change the tires. Why? Because when you exit to the pit, the car is going slow. And the car is coming too high, and you have to retreat a little bit the car, try to brake the car to try to don't touch that white line, and that's the issue. So take a little bit, maybe 1.5 or maybe 1 second slow the guys like a Valenzuela or a Korn or maybe a Serra change the tires. So I think it's much more than change the tires. But I say Serra and Guillon change the tires, so they go more faster on the exit on the pit road.
Eric to the inside of Lovern. And he will try to get the position and bring one of his teammates with him in the form of Chris Fowler. Now Chris Fowler gets a big run and goes to the outside. Eric's the meat and the sandwich. Here we go into turn 3 wide, and send Fowler, who's also 1 lap down, to the point of this group, and he's racing Wags for position.
Yeah, Fowler with black flag, Rigney and Chase for black flag. That's why lap down. But Wagner by don't know what kind of strategy you have. So we have to wait for the end. What is
find out for another
in there.
Don't go anywhere, anybody. We got another 70 laps to go.
Team Racing in chat asking if the league is still open. Unfortunately, this league by
it's a private league. Yeah, it's a private league. Yeah,
it's a private league. Yeah.
I'm not quite sure the best way to get people to sign up here. I don't know if I have any contact information of Onyx. It is Mike Rigney is the admin of Onyx. You can contact him. If you're interested about joining, I would hit him up, Mike Rigney.
It's like the IRL private league. Then the car outside, like you have to be in the group to be in the league, basically. So it's no bad stuff. It's just the decision of the owner league.
Up at the point is still Cristobal and Zaldo second. Hearn, Cone, and Rodriguez, your top 5.
Look at the stuff you can do with the old tires. You can send it. You can make it a dive bomb, but it's not dive bomb.
Yeah.
It's just send it with the brakes. You can make it three cars pass and nothing happen, and the car is still braking in the point you want to, because the tires is worn. They have a grip. They have a long duration, and the problem is if you still do that, to the end it's not gonna be a good, especially in turn 3 and 4.
Riding with George and Zaldo, looking out the gearbox out of the back of his car, and there they see cars jockeying for position, full throttle through turns 1 and 2, all the way down to the white line. In fact, we see Fowler grabbing a little bit of the pavement below the white line. Now down the backstretch, and I think Anzaldo lifted a little bit that allowed Fowler on by, and there's Richie Hearn right into your living room right there. Car to the inside, that is Justin Kirby. This is a battle for second right here. Leader is the blue car. We got 2 blue cars to the inside, but the leader is this blue car right there, Cristobal Valenzuela. 2 cars in front of them are battling for position, but they are a better part of a lap down.
Oh my God, that's close. Ooh. That was close for Valenzuela because it's a status quo, George, and almost in the wall. Close for Valenzuela because he squeezed Kirby to the first line. Sometimes good, mostly no.
Re-ride with George and Zaldo. Back out to the TV cams. If you're just joining us, this is P1's coverage of the Onyx Racing League's Lotus 79 series coming to you from MOTEGI. We've now got 63 laps to go out of 130 scheduled laps. If you're enjoying P1's coverage of tonight's race, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for future iRacing content, including coverage of our Tuesday night open wheel doubleheader featuring the IndyCar Oval Series top split at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. This week, we're at Rockingham. There's a rare race you never see. IndyCars at Rockingham, North Carolina Motor Speedway. And then we are followed immediately after that by the Indy Next Oval Series at 9:30 p.m. So if you like open wheel oval racing, then make P1 your home on Tuesday nights. And I believe the next oval series, they are at North Wilkesboro. I mean, you never see Indy cars there. So you're going to see Indy Next cars there if you watch tomorrow.
It could be a good chance to at least use that track for something, but no, it's not IndyCar. It's that kind of weird in there.
So the third car in line, that light blue car, followed by that black and gold car, and then the red, white, and blue Domino's car. Those are your top three. The first two cars you see in order, they are currently at the tail end of the lead lap. They need a caution right now to work their way all the way back around. Or, really, they just need, well, for the sake of Wags, I think he just needs people to cut the pit road. For Fowler, I think Fowler really needs that caution.
Fowler,
he had that speeding penalty on pit road during the first stint.
Yes. Wagner also needs to that one to put it back to the lead. But I don't see it to come into the yellow flag. Maybe coming in the last 20 laps to go when you are ready, make your pit stop and everything is mixing in the grid, and your chance to do something in the track is not zeros, but at least hard, because when it's coming that yellow flag, always coming the second one after that, because everyone is anxious to be on front and getting crazy in there. But who knows? I hope. But the good thing is Richard Hearn on front, saving fuel behind on Kirby, and Kirby saving behind on the Fowler. So everyone is saving, actually. Nobody making move around.
Today's coverage is sponsored by 4D Racewear. Check out their line of made-for-sim racing gloves, shoes, and apparel. Visit them today at 4dracewear.com or click on today's link in the description. Everything is below. 58 to go here at Twin Ring Motegi.
It's a question for John Bloomer. It's interesting to see this Formula Cars racing in oval. So iRacing accommodate this setup on Indy style racing in oval, maybe? That's the question. I said yes, but they don't race in oval in the official series.
No.
But we have a leagues. They make their own setup, or they take the Vaseline oval race, oval track to accommodate on this. So like for example here, or the Lionheart before it, like 3 years ago, we racing 70 or 18 tracks in the gear, and mostly oval, short, 1.5 mile, the speedway, the super speedway, even Indianapolis.
Yeah, this is not a native oval car. This is a road racing car, and of course, it's a reproduction of a Formula One car from the late '70s. However, once again, if you listen to these or you put these side by side with an Indy car from the early 80s, 1980, 1981, 1982, they look very, very similar. And with the Cosworth engines that they have in here, they sound remarkably the same. I mean, when I hear these cars go down the straightaway here in the simulation, it reminds me of very much being 6, 7, 8 years old at the going to practice at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway when those cars would tear down the front straight. They had a whole different sound that they currently have now, and they sound very similar to what we have here. So if iRacing wanted to, they could make these wow, cone almost in the back end of Goodman. But if iRacing wanted to, they could make these a little bit racier and a little bit faster on ovals. But this races decently well on ovals, specifically short ovals. The super speedway ovals just turns into a big pack race, and it's entertaining for you to watch, and it's unentertaining for us to call, but it's not very entertaining for these drivers. So it could race better on some certain ovals if they would open up the setup a little bit. But here comes Sarah setting it, and there's a lot of cars setting it to the bottom side of turn 3 in the back of the pack here.
Yeah, I see the group. Oh my God, Rodriguez.
Herrick and Rodriguez. All right, so Kirby at the point. Kirby went 44 laps last time. He had 34 laps.
There's spicy on the back. Rodriguez almost ended on behind on the Syrah. And Mark Orme opportunities to make the pass. Maybe they make the pass? No, they don't make the pass, but it was side by side with Rodriguez.
So 35 laps for Kirby. Go ahead. Go right ahead. Go ahead.
Do you think maybe we are short to don't make it to a stop it, and maybe they need to make one splash on the end? I don't know. I'm still guessing about Wagner, why he coming in and after 9 laps in the first stint. So
I don't think so. And the reason I say that is Kirby went 44, and that's exactly what you need to do. Then you go 44, 44, and then your last stop, you're home, or after your second stop, you're home. So.
I still justify the
Kirby. I'm not sure what Wags is doing now. If he ends up having a good finish out of this, he could show us exactly and tell us exactly what he did here. But he is down in 13th spot at the tail end of the lead lap with the leaders right behind him. Kirby 37 laps into his stint. Hearn 38 laps into his stint. Anzaldo 39 laps. Cristobal Valenzuela 39 laps as Richie Hearn loses the position to George Anzaldo, who goes to the points.
My, what nice drop in there with Asalo, keep it on first. Rodriguez, 173.3 miles per hour in the track. Purple.
And Anzaldo just went purple with a 31.4.
Yeah, 174.2.
So Callisto went 42 laps on his first stint. He's now at 40. Do we see Callisto make the run down pit road? He is well in the back here, but we have seen him before go with that odd pit strategy. We expect to see Kirby come to pit road here in about the next 5 laps. Here comes Anzaldo to the inside. This is a battle for position between 2 cars that are a little bit further on back. The first 2 cars, don't forget, first 2 cars are at the tail end of the lead lap.
They want to keep on the lead just in case we have a caution and can return the lap back. So interesting.
We need more kart throwback. We need some more early 80s kart throwback liveries on the grid.
Yeah, so George calling for the pit now is coming down.
All right, so
three.
George went.
Don't go high.
Oh,
Okay,
and he's
okay.
got Cristobal coming with. George went 42 this time and 42 last time. Here comes Cristobal.
Oh no, it's going down. And safe.
Oh,
for
Cristobal went 42 and 42 as well. So this should be their last stops.
Should be. It should be because you say 42.
Oh, and there's Lionel Callisto.
Hmm. Everyone's coming to the pit. Well, not everyone, just a good man. Serra on the front. Don't pit it.
Oh.
Nice. Oof. Be careful. Be nice. Thank you. 175.2 Markhorn. Fastest lap. Purple lap. Oh my god.
Kirby's still out there. We see Richie Hearn making the turn down the pit road. And Fowler coming to pit road, and also Kirby. I don't know if Kirby expected that. Here comes Rodriguez. Look at his smoking as he brings that car in. Now that leaves Mark Cohn out there all by himself at 44 laps into his stint. He went 44 last time.
So take the lead. Just for now is.
I think he's coming to pit road.
Saldo.
Yeah, he's going to come to pit road now. So Wags is now out there, and he's going to pick up the lead.
Richard Hearn, look at that Richard Hearn on front. It is 1.3 on front of Serra, so need to Serra and George work together to try to catch Richard Hearn because they have a good chance to stay by himself on front.
Here's Cone. He's still your leader, but Wags is going to pick the lead up now.
Look at that side by side. Fowler. Wow, Kirby and Fowler, in the pit road. Nice side by side, man.
Here's the side-by-side you were talking about. Yep.
I don't know how they did that, though.
But your leader by 20 seconds is Matt Wagner.
But virtually, it is Kirby on.
Yeah, Kirby. If Wags doesn't have to stop, then this is Wags' race. He's done. He made that little splash of dash there right after 9 laps into his stint. Wags could be good to go. I don't know, but he is currently your leader by a pretty big margin over Kirby. Kirby would be the leader if Wags has to come to pit road.
175.4 for Wagner purple lap by self.
Yeah, 31-2. Rodriguez now third. Richie Hearn in fourth. Jim Herrick fifth. So the order has been shook up a little bit here.
Yeah, so it's a big margin in between the one group on the Herrick, Salto, and Kirby on front with the Rodriguez and Hearn.
And then also involved in this group of cars is Fowler, who's still caught 1 lap down. Gary Lovern's 1 lap down. Callisto is also a lap down. Alex Guyon is a lap down. So right now the top 10 are the only cars on the lead lap. 37 to go. Let's look at that next group of cars behind, and it is Anzaldo, Herrick, Sarah, Goodman. Goodman looking to the inside of Sarah there. Cristobal Valenzuela and Mark Cohn. Those are your last cars on the lead lap. Scott Dixon, by the way, is the only IndyCar driver to win on the oval end of the road course here.
Nice.
The last race was on the road course. What's that?
Is in pit? Wagner is in pit?
Wagner on pit road. So I don't know what the stop at 9 laps after his last stop did, but he's down and away, and now Kirby picks up the lead. And as you mentioned, this is going to be, he was going to be the leader if something happened to Wags or he had to come to pit road, and Wags did come to pit road. Wags stopped at lap 95.
Now one need to done lap down, and it's going to be, no, it's going to be okay. He's okay because he is... 6 seconds behind Fowler and all that group, so it's gonna be okay on that. So now this is the race. So with Kirby, Fowler, Rodriguez and Richie Hearn over there, and then Ansaldo came kind of not far, 2.4 seconds behind on that group.
In December, P1 Broadcasting becomes the primetime home for Today at the 500, sponsored by Oil and Gas Safety Supply, your nightly destination for all the action leading up to the prestigious PRI Hoosier 500. The last kiss of the bricks for 2025 is going to start here as Kirby goes well high at 3 and 4, and he's going to give up the lead to Rodriguez. But the countdown is on, so pucker up and don't miss a second of the action. Like, share, subscribe to stay locked in, and we will see you in December when we start preparations for the PRI Hoosier 500.
Maybe do you think he just leave the position for saving fuel?
Maybe. And Kirby is savvy like that.
Look at Fowler. Oh no, don't go to the wall, but maybe it's a big chance to have a Watkins Glen race, New Hampshire
Is it
race.
me that just nobody wants to lead right now?
I think they save fuel. You remember it when all these guys came in, they did 44, but they still have a kind of short for 3 laps. Or maybe 2 laps.
Well, if you do 130 minus 88, so if they go 44, that gets them to 88, right? So we go 130 minus 88, that's 42. They should be able to do that. If they did 44, they should be able to do 42. Now, the only thing I can think of is they did a short fill to maybe make some extra time.
Maybe they seen something we don't see. So
yeah.
That's the problem. We thinking about it, maybe it's like this, but on the end it's like, nope, it's not like that. So. Look at how they change it. Look at that now. Hearn back. I put again Kirby on the front. And it's awkward. It's an awkward position because you don't want to be on the front, So how? But the problem is you do the stuff, you make the group start to getting slow because now it's a saldo with 1.5 close to the group. So I make all these well, it's actually big group we have over here getting close again.
Yeah, they're getting there.
Because of the saving fuel.
Yeah, they're creeping into the picture here. And if we go back to really the car we want to look out the back of is Chris Fowler. Now, Chris Fowler is down in 14th, but he's the last car of that lead train. And look at this group of cars behind him. This group of cars right there. They're running them down right now.
Now they are.
They're a lot closer now. I mean, you can physically see in the picture.
Yeah, also it's a good stuff over here. You can make the swap, especially in turn 3 and 4. And turn 4, sorry. No, turn 3, not 4. You make the swap and then you're gonna get a little more close. Not here because everything is equal, but now they are 0.1 close.
And you just see that those objects getting bigger and bigger and bigger every single lap. And there's plenty of laps left in this race. There's 26 to go, now 25 to go at the line. So there's plenty of time. We'll ride with Cone. And look at it, Cone. And about, let's ride with Cone. Let's say, I think in about 3 laps he'll be there. Certainly by 20 to go he'll be there. So we'll watch this. We'll ride with Cone here. Look how much Cone isn't putting into that wheel, that input there. Just enough. Car to the inside.
Good decision.
That was George.
I don't know why they battle each other. It's like, oh, let's work together. No, Marcon want to be on the front. Don't know why. It should be battled. They should be working together. Or maybe somebody have to push. So it's like, okay, let me push. I do fastest lap. Yeah, I'm closer that 10s faster than the other guys. So let me push for myself. And that's what I George understood. So now it's 8/10 close to Kirby.
7/10, yeah. 8/10, 7/10, kind of floating in that area. And kind of getting into that draft envelope of these cars. And he's there.
Mm-hmm.
Rodriguez goes high. Hearn back to the point. And a big run now for Cone now as he is right with this group, but he sends it to the inside. And he gets the Kirby. Kirby slices down in front of him, causes a little bit of a lift, and I told you by lap 20 to go, he would be there, and he is in the middle of it now. Cone in the battle.
Now it's getting more and more difficult. Look at that. Wow, the pass. Send it, and the lead for Marcon.
So now, if Cone is good to go, what about these other cars behind him? Do they need to draft off him for a little while before they're good to go? Here comes Anzaldo underneath Richie Hearn. He can't get there. Hearn slams the door. So now we have a race for the lead and a race for just, getting a new winner on the steps here, because Cone has been in the battle with a number of races all season long, and he has yet to get a win. Rodriguez looking for another win this season. Kirby would like to have a win. Just a reminder, we started off at Homestead. Dean Darth Maul got the win there. Then we went to Watkins Glen in New Hampshire. Rodriguez got wins there. Rigney won at Michigan. Callisto with the just a stellar strategy for the win at Gateway. David Serra dominated at Laguna Seca. Who is going to get the win at Motegi today? Richie Hearn sliding back in the order.
I think we're going to see a one yellow over here around. So because it's getting more nervous, everyone. It's getting more like one to be on the front.
Still watching this battle with Anzaldo. He is in fourth. Hearn is in fifth. That green car, that is Fowler. He is down a lap in 14th. Back up front, it is Rodriguez. And remember, here are the points coming into today's race. We will take a look at these real quick. Rodriguez is your leader by 8 over Callisto. And right now, Callisto is in 11th spot. We'll put the camera on him and we'll remove the points.
Oh, curving the wall. Whoa. Nice save.
Let's check out that in slow-mo and see what happened. He just on the high side runs out of racetrack. Oh, because he had oh, wow. Yeah, he had Rodriguez in front of him, was just feeding him dirty air. He had no place to go. And now is he damaged? Rodriguez, though, leads by 8 over Callisto. And remember, Callisto back here at 11th. Callisto needs a caution now as he has caught up the Wags. 14 to go.
And it's time for the Serras, Venezuela. What else? Just
back to the point,
step
Cone.
a little bit on the front.
Kirby seems to be okay. Whatever hit he hit at the wall, he must have hit it pretty square and flush. He is back on the move, and he is catching those lead duo right now. And bringing with him is George Anzaldo, who races very well at this racetrack. Here comes Cone to the inside in turns 3 and 4, looking to get back the lead. Rodriguez up high. He now goes low to get in the draft right in front of Kirby. And now the snake begins. Oh, Kirby taking a peek to the outside of Rodriguez. He had a run there, but he had the lift, and that allows George to get right back in this thing. I think Fowler's letting everyone go. A couple of his teammates are in that group. A little bit further up the road in front of Cone, that is Say Hey Lewis Hayes. But a very good opening first stint. Sped on pit road and has not been a factor since. Here goes Kirby to the inside of Rodriguez, sending it down into 1. And he goes up a spot.
Big run.
Rodriguez tries to get a big run on the high side. I think he's going to clear him. And now Rodriguez, with the momentum on the high side, gets the position back. Kirby is going to have the run down the front straight. Is he going to send it to the inside? No, he's going to stay on the outside. Less than 10 to go here at MOTEGI. No caution so far. Mark Cohn looking for his first win of the season. Rodriguez looking for multiple wins this season. He'd be looking for his third. He's a winner at Watkins Glen in New Hampshire. Lap traffic is going to be part of the play here. They're going to stay high. Everyone else is going to try to stay low. Cohn goes low. Here comes Rodriguez high. Kirby is just going to try to follow straight on through. Rodriguez slams the door, tucks underneath the gearbox of Cohn. Cohn's going to stay on the white line now. He's going to float out high, and now Rodriguez is using the draft of the cars in front of him to give him a little bit of a pull down the straight.
A big chance for Rodriguez to take the lead now. Oh.
And the two lap cars are trying to get out of everyone's way, but they're going. But the leaders behind them are using them as to use as a draft tool, a draft aid.
Oh, I should be stayed low. Oof. Well, Hayes has stayed low, very low.
Coming to 6 to go. Lap traffic is out of the way and not a factor. And next closest cars are 5 seconds up the road. Coming to 6 to go. Oh, Richie Hearn grabbing a little too much of that apron to help the car rotate. Almost spins it. We're going to go three wide into turns 3 and 4. Kirby in the middle. Cohn goes to the lead. Rodriguez on the outside, coming to 5 to go.
Mark Cohn have a better chance because they have a good defense. But the point is turn 3. That's the point. You have this guy have to find a way of be a little bit more violent.
Look how tight they are coming off the corner. Here comes Kirby staying low. 4 cars battling for the lead here with coming to 4 to go. Something happened to Richie Hearn. He has fallen back. So now it looks like it's going to come down to Cohn, Rodriguez, and Kirby. Rodriguez to the outside, down the backstretch. He's going to keep Cohn pinned. He's going to turn him down into the corner, and Rodriguez goes up wide. He's going to lose a position to Kirby, and that might cost him the victory here. Now it's Cohn and Kirby. Kirby into the south, he goes in the back and he flips, and we're going to caution, and that's how the race is going to end.
How did leave? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I don't know. I said Kirby too optimist. Thinking about it, Mark Cohn is gonna open when I hear outside or inside.
And my monitor just went out, so I'm actually seeing.
Wait, what?
My monitor went out. I don't know why.
Oh no. But still in
okay, we're back. We are back. That's weird.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we are 2 to go here, and we want to see what happened with Justin Kirby. And here it is again. We'll go back and reset just a little bit. As we got time to burn here on this last lap. So he's going to get a big run off the corner. This might be a better, and then he's going to go down, and he's going to just use all this momentum, and he's just going to send it to the inside. And the door was open there. There wasn't much of a door. And the door closed real quickly.
Yeah. No, it was open, but no, man, it's not a chance to make the pass because he okay. Mark Korn make one move, two move. So yeah, but it's still in his defend position. So I don't see any in there for Mark Korn over there. But I think Kirby, optimist. So thinking about it, oh, if I do this, it's gonna give me the position. So nope.
So we're going to end this race under caution. Mark Cohn will get his first win of the season. The Watchman getting a big win here in the Lotus 79s at MOTEGI. Rodriguez comes home second. That's going to help him in the championship. And Richie Hearn on the bottom step of the podium for 4D Racewear.
Nice.
And just want to remind everybody that the next race for us for the series is the drivers that everyone's going to head to Iowa next week. Coverage starts at 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time right here on P1.
Anyways, Wagner finished in 8th with all this weird strategy he did. So very good.
And there we see Cohn, Rodriguez, and Hearn. Goodman and Sorrell, your top 5. And the remainder of that, your field there is Herrick, Valenzuela, Wagner, Callisto, and Gaia in your top 10. George Gonzalo comes home 11th. Chris Fowler 12th. Gary Lovren 13th. Rigney 14th. Justin Kirby 15th. Say Hey Lewis Hayes also shows as 15th, but that's, keep in mind, these are unofficial. And Brent Kirby is in last car classified.
Goodman. 13 spots. For 17. Actually, that's one. He started last. First.
All right. Got Richie Hearn and Rodriguez and Cohn are going to be in their interview room here. And let's get into the interview room here real quick and talk to some of these drivers. get their thoughts on how things went today at Twin Ring Motegi. And let's bring up Richie Hearn. Here he is. On the bottom step today, Richie Hearn. Congratulations, Richie. Good race for you, up 5 spots. But as soon as you got up in the top 5, you pretty much stayed there all day today. This is kind of a racetrack that agrees with you and this car and your driving style, doesn't it?
Yeah, I found it pretty easy to kind of run up front. The setup was really good, and it really wasn't so sure about the fuel mileage thing until I got through that second stint, and then I think a lot of us were real close, and I was just waiting for the last 10 laps, and fortunately I kind of timed it a little bit wrong one time in 4, and I had to get out of the gas, and I lost those guys, but yeah, it was really fun race.
Yeah, there seemed like there was a part there where like, no, I don't want to lead, you go ahead. No, I don't want to lead, you go right ahead. It was kind of a hot potato up at the front. How tight was the fuel situation for you, and how much did you finish with?
I was about a half a lap good at the end without the yellow flag. I kind of waited till I was about a lap good before I started pushing. I wish I was a little bit more, because we had the 3 of us had that gap to the other group, and I didn't want them to catch up, but I think the 3 of us were all kind of, like I said, even when you were in the lead, I was still only going like 3/4 throttle, and I was good on fuel, but I think I just used up my right front a little bit too much, and I don't know if I had anything for them, but happy to finish 3rd for sure.
For sure. Well, good to have you up on the podium again. Any shout-outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone want to say hi to?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, you guys do a great job. I watch all the races, to Mike Rigney doing his thing. And then, obviously, to Jim Herrick with 40 Racewear. And great guy, helps us out with all the racing we do. So visit his site, get some gloves. And we'll see you next Monday.
All right, you got it. See you next Monday at Iowa. Richie Hearn finishing 3rd tonight here at Twin Ring Motegi. Let's move on to David Rodriguez. And also, I do want to check to see if the points have been updated real quick, because he might be interested to know where he sits in the points. So let's go to that and click on that link. And yes, points have been updated, and he is still the points leader. So let's bring up David Rodriguez, and here he is. David Rodriguez, points have been updated. We'll give you an update on that. Finishing 2nd, another critical podium finish. You held on to the lead by 8 points over Lionel coming into this round. Let me go. Let's remind people of what the points were coming into this round once more. Here are the points coming in. You were up by 8 over Lionel, and now you're up by 5 over Mark Cohn. But it was kind of an interesting dynamic at one point in this race, as we were talking with Richie. It's like it was, for being the lead or leading that pack of cars, bit of a hot potato. Nobody really wanted to be up there punching the hole in the air for somebody else. Everyone was trying to save fuel there for a while.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Once in the beginning, we figured out we could make it on 2 stops. I was hanging around in the back, clutching into the 3 and 4, and just trying to make one less pit stop. And then the first stop, I took half a gallon less, because I could make it to the end on half a gallon less, and in hopes of leapfrogging back to the front with a few other cars to create that gap. That didn't happen. We all stayed at 1 pack, and then the second stints, I took a full tank of fuel, and yeah, I just did not want to lead until like the last 10 laps. And then once I realized we did have a gap, I didn't to the second group of cars. I decided to just, you know what, I'm just gonna lead for like 5 laps and see if I can extend that gap of group of cars so they don't catch up. That didn't work, because we were going so slowly trying to save fuel that they all caught up in the end. But yeah, those last few laps, I was just trying to hold down Mark to the bottom. That didn't really work out. I went around the outside and got past. The caution came out, and I didn't really have a chance to go for the win, but congrats to Mark.
We got the schedule up on the screen right now. You've won on the road course. You won on a kind of short-ish oval with New Hampshire. So we do have kind of 2 more of those tracks that fit that mold coming up with Iowa and Road America next. Now that you're the points leader again, and we're coming into the stretch part of the season, how do you think your chances feel? I mean, you got a wild card race at the end at Auto Club where anybody could win that. Anything can happen there. But how do you feel about the chances to capitalize on this for Iowa and Road America coming up?
I think my chances are good. I'm usually really strong on the road courses, but so is Mark. I feel like Mark and I are neck and neck, and I feel like from here on out, I'm just gonna try my best to stay in front of him, and try to collect as many points as possible. Not necessarily thinking about wins. So
thinking big picture. Well, David Rodriguez, another podium finish for you today. Shout outs, friends, family, sponsors. Anyone you want to say hi to before we let you go?
Just the team, MadWorks, Graphics Esports, all those guys, and of course Rigney for putting on this league, Onyx, and you guys as well.
Good to have you here. We'll see you next week when we go to Iowa for our last short oval of the season.
Yep, thank you.
And next up is Mark Cohn. And here is his car. And ta-da, there he is, winner. We'll bring up Mark now. And Mark, we kind of talk about the championship lineage of Onyx, kind of dipping into the pool a little bit of Lionheart. So it's worth mentioning your Lionheart stats: 51 career Lionheart starts, 4 wins on the Lionheart level. Well, I guess we can call it maybe win number 5, but certainly win number 1 in Onyx here in the Lotus 79s. You were a player all day long today, and you've been a kind of a player in races all season long, and now it must feel pretty good to get this big first win of the season, and at a good time with the stretch run going into the final 3 for the championship in sight of the leader.
Good grief. This track, MOTEGI, I feel like it's had it in for me for the longest time. Like, one of those, like, that commercial where they have the person trying to get the dollar bill? You reach for it, but it's never there. That's what this track was like for me. So I'm glad to finally get one here.
What's kind of been, what's snake bit you in the past? What made today different?
Gosh, where to begin? 2 years, unfortunately, I was involved in incidents with Sage Karam, who, bless him, hell of a racer, but it just happened to be the same guy. And then the last 2 seasons of Lionheart, I was really close, but just those cautions came out at the absolute wrong times. This time, thankfully, I was on the right side, although I do have to take the time and apologize to Justin Kirby, as I thought it was really tight of a gap, but I came just a bit down that made the difference. So my apologies to him. I don't want to race like that, and I hate that he got caught up there.
Well, you got the win, albeit there at the end with a little contact, but it was pretty exciting racing all the way through. Any shout-outs, friends, family, sponsors? I know you got a lot of sponsors on the car, and getting that big first win in Onyx, kind of adding to that Lionheart resume that you already have. Go ahead, give them a shout out. You definitely earned it.
Thank you. Well, you guys at P1, I love what you're doing with all this broadcasting. So big shout out to you guys. Mike Rigney, what he's doing with Onyx. This is such a fun league. And then personal sponsors, Sim Gaming Expo. Be there next year. I think it's going to happen in September again. I was there last month. It was the time of my life. Definitely don't miss out. SimLab, they've been so good to me for so long. Check out their cockpits, wheels, everything that they have, because it's absolutely amazing. My team, Frito Sport Racing Team, those guys have been so tremendous. Definitely check them out. I think they stream as well. Sam Maxwell Customs, DeWars Taffies and Fine Shoes. I'm sure there's a lot more I'm forgetting, but just thank you to everyone that supported me along the way.
Well, congratulations, big first win, and now only 5 points behind David Rodriguez with 3 races to go, and they're all tracks that you do reasonably well at. A short oval, a road course, and then, of course, the big wild card at the end where anything can happen at Auto Club Speedway. So a lot still to go in this championship, but now in the thick of it with 3 races to go. We will see you when we get to Iowa next week.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Lewis. Well, that's kind of wrapped up pretty quick here at Motegi with only the one caution there at the end. Pretty exciting race, but it was a kind of a tale of two halves. With some of those guys up front having to save, while others in the back decided I'm not going to play the save game. I'm going to spend a little bit more time on pit road. But we always seem to find out that spending more time on pit road is ultimately kind of what cost you the victory. But today, Mark was part of that second group and drove right up to the front once he reached that first group and got his big first win.
Yeah, we're talking about that. That's this. I don't want to say it's a fault or just a bad decision or just worry about it. The fuel. That's why these guys waited for who's coming to the lead, who's gonna be on front, and that's make these guys start to getting back, stays a little more slow, and that's why Alsaldo and Con came on front to take. Also, Maicon did a very good job to take the lead and just not thinking about it, nothing, and just stay on the front. So it was just a mistake about the in between all that first 3 guys on the front, included the Fowler also too. So it was just basically like we talking about, like what if they shot short for fuel, or they short for something, and we don't know yet. So we have to figure it out until the end. And that's what Richie Hearn said, like, I have my concern about something, about the fuel, and maybe it could be pushed when I have a 1 lap save it. That's what your thing said. For sure in the car don't have it, but in your application have for the iRacing have that stuff. So that's a good thing. So Iowa next week, we're gonna race in it. They're gonna race, not me, and not you also too. They're gonna race in Iowa next week. In the new track in Iowa, we've been in the W12, kind of tough. The car is going up and everything, but could be in the and this kind of car is gonna be like a good to have that kind of race over there, because it's different surface for this track, and maybe it's gonna be I guess it's gonna be a pack race, but a lot of battles in between. Also, the pit strategy is gonna be like we've seen today here, so it's gonna be a good one. So we have 3 to go. It started from next week, November 3rd, when we started the winter time. So it's kind of like a depressed time until we come back on March, on April, when it's again summertime. So anyways, good race today. See you in Iowa in 1 week. Actually, see you tomorrow in Rockingham for sure.
Yeah, Rockingham IndyCar is tomorrow, 8:15 p.m. Eastern time, right here on P1. Let's get on out of here. Give everyone back there Monday night. It'd be helpful if I had my music queued up. There we go. That's going to do it for tonight. And once again, your podium here from Motegi. Mark Cohn, big first win of the season, and closes within 5 points of the championship lead. To David Rodriguez, who finishes second today. 3 races left to go in the season. Can he hold on for that championship? Richie Hearn, another podium finish for Richie. Good to have him here. Very impressive podium, all things considered, with the racing we saw today. Some good wheel-to-wheel action out there. Join P1 and Onyx again next week as the series heads to Iowa. Coverage begins around 9:05 p.m. Eastern time. Again, that's 9:05 Eastern. Remember, as always, for the correct broadcast time in your area, you can find everything right here at YouTube at youtube.com/@P1 Broadcasting. Now, As you know, the YouTube algorithm game is not an easy one, so please help support P1 with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below and let us know your thought on tonight's race. And if you enjoyed tonight's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. If you're new, click subscribe, and while you're at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders so you don't miss out on more of P1's other iRacing programming, including tomorrow night. It's our iRacing Open Wheel Oval Series. I cannot say that. It's always such a tongue twister. It's our iRacing Open Wheel Oval Series doubleheader. There you go. Coverage starts at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time with the iRacing IndyCar Oval Series, and then followed by the iRacing Indy Next Oval Series at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. If you like open wheel oval racing, and we think you do because you're watching here tonight here on Onyx at MOTEGI, then make P1 your home on Tuesday nights. Onyx Racing League's Lotus 79 Series brought to you by 4D Racewear. Check out their line of made-for-sim racing gloves, shoes, and apparel. Wear what Richie Hurd wears. He finished third today. Visit them today at 4dracewear.com or click on the link in today's description. So for Luis Gonzalez-Nunez, everyone here at P1, 4D Racewear and Onyx, I'm Gary Gatto saying all good night, and thanks for watching. And all of our men and women serving in the military and as first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us again right here next week in Iowa for the next race of the Onyx Racing League's Lotus 79 Series. Good night, everybody.
Nice.